had told me 2 years ago that my front yard would look like this, I wouldn't believe you. When we first moved here, this whole area looked totally different. We had grass everywhere. We had a white picket fence across the front and I believe on the sides. And the whole front yard was shaded because there were trees everywhere. But 2 years ago, we had this great idea that we were going to take down all of our trees and make a kitchen garden in our front yard and start showing people that they can grow food in a very small space and be very efficient with it. So that's what we did. We had this great idea that we were going to not go to the grocery store in all of 2020. Well, you know, I've had a lot of people that have asked us, you know, whatever happened with your big plans for 2020? And I can pretty much answer it with one word: COVID. A lot of the things that we couldn't produce that we were planning on bartering with people were the things that started to become hot commodities and very hard to find. So we didn't even bother trying to barter with people, but instead we focused on trying to build up everything so that once the pandemic scare was over, we would be able to resume our plans. This year we went a step further. Instead of just focusing on growing all of our own vegetables and trying to add some fruits like blueberries and peaches and stuff, we've added goats to our homestead. And as you can see right here, we've actually put them in the front yard with the garden. This whole area, we haven't used it yet. We're gonna have them clean this all out. And then Jason did something really cool for me. So we had this beautiful long wooden frame, like a mini deck, and we had all of these water troughs that we had turned into beds that originally had gravel in them. So took the gravel out, repurposed it in the front to kind of slow down some of the water drain that's going on. And we took all of the troughs and we filled them, well, I say we, Jason and Carol and Ladessa filled them with compost and pig muck, kind of mixed it all around real good. And this is going to be my dedicated area for herbs, because a lot of herbs are perennials and I don't want to lock up some of my garden beds with just herbs. So this is going to be a great thing. I've already got sweet mint down there at the end. I'm going to transplant my oregano because it overwintered beautifully. And then I think I'm going to put like my lavender, some marjoram, maybe some cilantro, a whole bunch of other fun stuff, maybe some rosemary in here, and have this be basically my kitchen herb garden. You know, we've always raised hogs, but now we're being a little bit more intentional with how we raise them. Leia, not too long ago, had her piglets, and now it is Pinky's turn to have her piglets. And so we're coming out here, keeping a really good eye on her. It's funny, everybody always gives me a hard time for me spoiling my pigs, but I will tell you, there is nothing more satisfying than raising your own vegetables and then whatever is not really the best to put on your table, to bring them out here to your pigs, and they seem to enjoy it just as much as we do. So another thing that we added this year was strawberries. Now we've tried strawberries in the past, but this past year, again, while we were trying to re-plan for our 2020 plans, I saw something come across my email from one of the nurseries that we've bought from before, and they were selling strawberry plugs. And the more I read about it, the more I found that that is how people get strawberries so early, is they plant strawberry plugs in the fall and overwinter them, and then come springtime, you know, they're already getting blossoms when everybody else is just barely putting stuff in the ground. So this is another thing that we've added to the farm to be able to be more self-sufficient. So last year we got a whole slew of turkeys that came from McMurray Hatchery. After the holiday season, we decided to keep these 4 turkeys. There's 3 hens and 1 male. And one thing that we're super excited about is it looks like one of the females is sitting back underneath where the water catchment system is. And she looks like she's got maybe 10 or 12 eggs. This will be the first time that we've hatched turkeys out on this property, so I'm super excited for that. So one of the last things that we did last year to kind of set us up for success this year was we got a lot of layers from McMurray Hatchery. They laid a little bit at the end of the summer, but we're getting ready to move them. See, right now they're in one of the Siskovovich tractors, and because of the way that the tarps are, I don't think they're getting as much sunlight as they probably could. So we're getting ready to integrate them in with our existing eggmobile layers. And so we're looking forward to having way more eggs this year than we did last year. As a matter of fact, just got 1, but there's about 30 of them in there. So we should be getting a lot more than that. So now my question to you is, what can you do in 2 years? What is your life going to look like in 2 years? I know here at the Big Bear Homestead, we are super excited to see what this place will look like in 2 years. So we hope that you'll join us. Make sure that you like and subscribe so that you can get all the notifications for all the videos that we'll be putting out about our journey. Thank you for stopping by the Big Bear Homestead. God bless and have a nice day.